Good morning. Let's do our daily devotional. Today's is called The Gift of Affliction. The verse is Psalm 119:71. It is good for me that I have been afflicted, that I may learn your statutes. We're going to read this and then we'll break it down. Some of us woke up this morning to a relatively normal day. We have our challenges as all days do, but life is somewhat stable. Others woke up this morning to their world falling apart. Loss has met them. Heartbreak has shattered their souls. For them, the battle is exponentially more difficult than they would have chosen for themselves. Each of us can think upon our trials in two ways. We can see them as afflictions that cause our hearts to grow in bitterness, or we can see them as gifts that cause our souls to grow in maturity. When have you been able to see that affliction has proven to be a good thing? What have you learned about God through challenges that you might have otherwise missed? Today, whether your battle is great or small, thank the Lord for it, mourn if you need to, and determine that you will not miss what God has appointed for you to learn. The prayer that you can say for this one is, Lord, you know so much better than I know to shape my heart. Help me see the trials today in the light of your grace, that I might not miss out on becoming more like Jesus. Y'all, this is a really good one. This actually is a really good one. For me, anyway. What this is basically saying is that when we are struck with trials, heartbreak, destruction, we can choose to look at that in one of two ways. We can be angry and bitter, or we can know that God's with us, God's got this, and He's going to turn it, no matter what that may be, for the better good. And it says, it asks the question there, how have you done that? I can only speak for myself, okay? I have had a lot of things happen, as well as everybody else in the world, but I can only speak for myself because I only go through my own, okay? When Alton had his stroke, it was devastating. And at first I was angry. I talked to my pastor, and then I turned around and then I just turned to God. And in the end, God has turned that into such a blessing for us. My husband got saved. It saved my baby's life that I was pregnant with at the time, turned that around. So I saw in the big picture of things how God turned that. And I still have Alton and I still have my son, okay? Alton and I had a miscarriage. I think it was like 4 months. I almost let that destroy me. I really, really did. But in the end, I turned back to God. It brought me and Alton closer, and it made me stronger as an individual and on how to be able to handle things. There's a whole bunch I could just tell y'all about this one topic, y'all. If you are struggling today, take a breath, look inward, pray, and ask God to direct you. Even if you don't have the words, you can stop and say, God, I just need you to help me. You know my heart. I don't even know what to say. I've been there. I've done that. Okay? When things happen, God doesn't make bad things happen to you. Okay? But He's going to grab a hold to what happened, and He's going to turn that around. And I'm not saying that He may be able to save everybody. Okay, He can, but it may not be in the plan. Okay, God can do anything. But what I'm saying is He's going to take that, He's going to bring you through it, lift you up, and you're going to be stronger once you make it to the other side. Okay, and I've said this before, God didn't promise our life was going to be easy. He just didn't. But He promised He would never forsake us or leave us during that time. All right. Y'all have a great day. I'll talk to you later. Love you. Keep standing strong in your faith. Bye.